Galangal is often called ginger's cousin, but that comparison is misleading. Ginger is warm and comforting. Galangal is sharp, bright, and assertive. Where ginger blends in, galangal stands out. Botanically, galangal belongs to the Zingiberaceae family, the same family as ginger and turmeric. The most commonly used species is Alpinia galanga, often referred to as greater galangal. There is also Alpinia officinarum, known as lesser galangal, which has a more medicinal and intense character. Galangal originates from Southeast Asia and has been cultivated for centuries in Thailand, Indonesia, Malaysia, Vietnam, and surrounding regions. Unlike ginger, which spread globally and adapted to many cuisines, galangal stayed geographically loyal. It became deeply embedded in regional food identity. The rhizome of galangal is harder and denser than ginger. Its flesh is pale, almost woody, with a firm texture that does not soften easily. This physical structure influences how it is used in cooking. Galangal is often sliced, bruised, or infused rather than eaten directly. Aroma defines galangal. It carries notes of citrus, pine resin, black pepper, eucalyptus, and faint floral sharpness. There is a cooling sensation, almost medicinal, but clean. This makes galangal instantly recognizable in soups and curries. Flavor-wise, galangal is spicy without heat. It does not burn like chili or linger like garlic. Instead, it cuts through richness. Coconut milk, fatty broths, and oily proteins rely on galangal for balance. In Thai cuisine, galangal is non-negotiable. Dishes like tom yum and tom kha gai depend on it. Substituting ginger changes the dish entirely. The soul disappears. Galangal is rarely used alone. It works as part of aromatic systems. Lemongrass, kaffir lime leaves, chilies, garlic, and shallots form a core group where galangal provides structure and clarity. Historically, galangal was valued not only as a spice but as medicine. Traditional systems associated it with digestion, respiratory relief, and antimicrobial properties. Its sharp compounds were believed to stimulate circulation and cleanse the body. Ancient trade routes carried galangal westward. It appeared in medieval European herbal texts, sometimes called galangal. At the time, it was considered exotic and valuable, used more for medicine than cooking. Nutritionally, galangal is not consumed in large quantities, but it contains bioactive compounds such as flavonoids, polyphenols, and essential oils. These compounds contribute to its strong aroma and traditional medicinal use. From a culinary technique perspective, galangal teaches restraint. Overuse overwhelms. Proper use defines depth. Thin slices simmered gently release aroma without bitterness. Crushing releases oils quickly but must be controlled. Fresh galangal is preferred. Dried galangal loses complexity and becomes harsher. Powdered galangal exists but is inferior for aromatic dishes. Storage matters. Fresh galangal keeps longer than ginger due to its density. It can be refrigerated or frozen with minimal loss of aroma. Visually, galangal is striking. Pinkish skin, pale interior, ringed structure. It looks deliberate and architectural. This visual identity matches its role in cuisine, structural, not decorative. Galangal is not comfort spice. It is precision spice. It defines borders between cuisines. Its absence is noticeable. In a globalized food world, galangal remains a marker of authenticity. You can taste when it is real. You can feel when it is missing. Galangal does not adapt. It demands respect. It defines flavor architecture. That is why it endures.